Hey guys, we are finally back with another drawing video. Yay! Today we are drawing yet another space girl. Again, I know. Hopefully you guys are not sick of the space girls. I love them. That's why I keep drawing them. I tried to give you all a little bit of a break with the Food to Character series in the last video. That was actually supposed to come after this one because we have another space girl coming. Okay, we got one more. Okay, one more. I'm gonna give you a break. I'm thinking about doing some fan art. Maybe not. I said I was kind of sick of the fan art, but I don't know. I've been getting a few ideas. I've been wanting to redraw a lot of stuff, so I don't know. My creative juices are finally flowing again. Maybe it's because the warm weather. Who knows? But a lot of stuff coming soon. But right now we are drawing again a space girl. So she was originally supposed to be an astronaut. I really like, the main plan was to draw a character with an afro. I don't know, I just felt like the idea of a girl with an afro and she had like her little space helmet on, I just thought that was so cute. But the composition I chose, after I already started drawing, I'm like, wait a minute, this actually will not work because her hair is too big. And I was like, should I redraw the hair? Should I just make her smaller and do a helmet? I'm like, you know what, I don't know, I'm not sacrificing the afro. I thought it was really cute, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just draw her in this pose this time, and maybe I will draw her again as like a full astronaut with her little helmet and everything. So I don't know, guys, let me know if you think I should redraw her as a full astronaut with her helmet and her afro, looking all cute in a different pose. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. But you guys loved her. Oh my goodness, it's so crazy. I actually loved her too. Usually when I draw a character, if it's not really my favorite, you guys love it. If it is my favorite, it kind of flops. So I don't know, I actually really love this character and you guys loved her too. She was super popular on TikTok. Of course I didn't go viral, but popular for me. But yeah, I'm really glad you guys love this idea. You loved this character. I think she's so cute, but I say that for all my characters. I don't know, they're my babies, so I feel like I'm kind of obligated to say that. But yeah, I love her. I think she's one of my favorites that I've drawn this year. And yeah, I'm so glad you guys love her too. I was thinking a little bit about her lore. So I posted her on my community tab, and one of my subscribers said that she would listen to like 90s music. So I'm kind of thinking like, is she like a magical character? I feel like, honestly, like, let's be for real, my characters are magical characters, okay? I love series with magic. I love magical girls, okay? We got the magical baddies in here. But no, seriously, I really do think my characters probably have some like magical powers of some sort. I know I told you guys that my universe of characters is kind of like Y2K futurism, but it's like space vibes. But if the characters from space came into the real world, like, you know, it's like kind of like a mixture of like modern day real world with Y2K futuristic space vibes. Like, definitely giving Xenon. I know you guys, like, I talk about that movie all the time, but growing up, that was like my favorite movie. So it's so crazy the impact that it has on my art, even without me trying. So yeah, I was thinking of like her lore and her having magical powers. And since she's an astronaut, I'm thinking like maybe like her powers will have something to do with music. And I didn't think about that while drawing this, but that comment like really clicked for me. I'm like, wait a minute, you onto something. Like, she would definitely have like some powers that has something to do with music. I don't know, she's like a sweetie pie to me. So I'm thinking maybe she's like a healer and she uses music to heal the planets. Maybe there's like I don't know, maybe there's like evil in the real world and the people down there don't know she's there, but she is, and maybe she'll sing or play music and like heal the real world or the earth. I don't know if that makes sense. It's kind of like all over the place, but I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking. That's what I get from this character. I think that's so cute. And then also her color palette, which you'll see coming up really soon, is like purplish and everything. And then her hair color, she's kind of like a redhead, almost like a maroon head. And it's very similar to Stargirl. So I'm like, maybe they're related, guys. Are they sisters or are they cousins? Or maybe that's her aunt. Like, is she like an older character? I kind of get like older vibes from her. That's not really what I wanted for her, but it's okay. We can have older characters in our world too. So maybe she's like her big sister or her big cousin, or maybe like her young auntie. I don't know. I'm like getting really excited about my characters. Like, I should definitely like get into more lore when it comes to my characters, because I can definitely see like an animated series with all of my characters. And like, I don't know, guys, is that something y'all want? Like, now I'm getting too excited because I feel like this is definitely something that I could do. It probably wouldn't happen like right away, just because animation takes a long time. I've been studying animation for a while, so I know that I could do it if I had the time and the resources. But I definitely don't think this is a project I would probably do by myself. But I don't know. Is that something you guys want? Especially with my like teaser animation that I did of Stargirl. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, guys. Like, I can see a whole series. I don't know. Maybe we'll do like an episode or something one day. But yeah, my mind is just kind of all over the place with this drawing. Like, she has definitely awakened my creativity. You guys know I've been dealing with art block a few videos back, but we're back now. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling inspired. I feel like I can't talk today, but maybe it's the excitement. But yeah, we're finally at the coloring of this video. This is crazy. This video actually is not as long as I was planning for it to be, but that's because I kind of drew this quickly. I just felt inspired. I felt like I had to draw it immediately when I got the idea, and I did. And she really was just like flowing together. There was nothing too crazy going on with this character. Like I said earlier, I wanted her to be an astronaut, and I couldn't fit the helmet in there, so I was going to have her like kind of holding her helmet in space. Now that I think about it, that kind of does not make sense, because girl, you're an astronaut, you need that helmet. Like, if you don't have that, you can't breathe. So I want my characters to be able to breathe. So instead of holding her helmet, I was like, you know what, let me just make it like a moon, because this is Star Moon Arts. Like, you know, she's holding the moon, she's hugging the moon. That's why I think she's a healer, because she's like very nurturing and very, you know, very soft. She's a soft character. So hopefully those are the vibes you guys have been picking up from her. But yeah, nothing too crazy other than the fact that she was supposed to be an astronaut, and I kind of messed that up a little bit. But I'm definitely loving her outfit. I found this art on Pinterest. Of course, nobody on Pinterest ever gives art credits, so I really don't know where it came from. But she had like a little jumpsuit, like a little space jumpsuit, and I thought that was so cute. I'm like, yes, that is definitely something my character would wear in like her own style and her own way. So I definitely added that in there. If we draw her again, I would definitely rework her outfit for sure. But yeah, so watching the footage back, I definitely remember struggling with the colors for this. I can't lie. I did cut a lot of it out because now I remember, I'm like, oh wait, I was actually like playing with all the colors, because I can't speak. Oh my goodness, what is going on? you know what, I'm not even gonna cut that out, okay? Like, but I was really struggling with the colors. I originally wanted her to have like pinkish vibes, a lot of pinks in here and blues, but also since she's darker skinned, I kind of wanted to incorporate some gold in here too, just because I feel like gold and darker skin go together so well. But I didn't want it to overpower it, so I was like, should I give her like a gold outfit or a purple outfit? I don't know. And you guys know I always ask you about the colors, so you guys said purple and gold, so that's what I went with. And I kept it real simple, just gave her gold jewelry, and then my little Star Moon Arts logo thing for my characters that I made. I added that to the side of her outfit. And then, you know, I've kind of had to just figure out the background. I definitely played around with the colors a lot until I found something that I really liked. Another thing that I'm noticing right now watching this back is her nose. I made her nose too small. I actually wanted her to have like a little bit of a bigger nose, and it was looking like that at first in the sketch, and then I started rendering it out and it changed the shape of the nose. So definitely that's something that I need to watch moving forward, is how I render certain parts of her face or my character's faces in general. That's definitely something that I can say that I struggle with and that I want to work on moving forward, is drawing different races in my style, because I feel like I have like same face syndrome when it comes to my characters. It's not super crazy, but I definitely want you to be able to see when I'm drawing other characters and other races, and you know, stylizing certain features. So that's something that I want to work on in the future. Definitely stylizing eyes for different races and nose. Lips, I kind of already stylize it anyway. I just like drawing really plump lips. So that all my characters gonna have plump lips for the most part, unless I'm drawing in a more cartoonish style, probably not. But other than that, everybody gonna have plump lips, okay? We like juicy lips over here. But yeah, so I really don't have too much to say about this drawing. It was very simple, very cute. I'm really glad you guys love this drawing. I love it too. And yeah, I'll come back if I have something else to say. So enjoy the rest of the video. I did want to say here, I know you guys always see me referencing the ramen girl that I drew, but I just really love the way I rendered her face, which is crazy because that's not really the style that I was going for when I originally first did that drawing. But I think it's a good blueprint for how I want my render style to look. So I always like reference that, and I felt like that style would fit for this character perfectly. It didn't really come out that way. It was just kind of like a simple drawing. It wasn't really too much to add for her. And plus, you know, it was just like, she was just a simple drawing, so it really wasn't too much to do for her as far as rendering. And then also, I did not have a good reference for the pose that I was drawing. I did have a reference for the pose, but it was in a different art style, and obviously you never want to copy, so you know, I kind of just had to figure out where to put the shadowing and the value on my own. And this is kind of what she came out looking like. Usually if I have to figure out my own shadowing and value, I will just do a more simplified style, because I do have a habit of over rendering. If you've been following me for a long time, you know, like my art a few years ago, like back in 2021, I used to over render like crazy, like and my style really didn't develop or improve until I stopped over rendering. So if you're an artist, that's a tip I have for you. Don't over render. A little goes a long way. And don't blend everything. You don't have to blend everything. And if you do, if you're like me, you kind of just like smooth edges, you can blend it out, but just don't do too much. So that's definitely something that I had to learn when I was developing my art style. Alrighty, so yet again we have come up at the end of another video. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you want to see what I'm working on. Instagram and TikTok got to see this first, so that's why this video is a little bit late. But yeah, she's also a print, guys. The art shop is back. If you watched my last video, you all know. I want to say thank you to everyone who has purchased from my art shop already. I will get those shipped out on Monday, so when you guys see this video, it'll be Friday and I'll ship out on Monday. So if you want to get your items shipped on Monday, make sure to order today or over the weekend. And yeah, this is what she looks like. This is our prints. Thank you again so much for watching. All the links and everything will be in the comments, not the comments, but the description. And yeah, tell me what you think, if we should redraw her again as a full astronaut. Let me know a little bit of her lore, like help me develop her character a little bit. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great weekend and I love you all. Bye.